Hi, welcome to Pixelated Passport. Here on the channel, we use artificial intelligence to take you around the world on the adventure of a lifetime. Just a bit of a disclaimer, all of the information you will learn on this channel is generated by AI, and therefore may occasionally produce facts that are deemed inaccurate by other sources. We start our journey in the United States of America, the birthplace of YouTube. The United States of America, located on the North American continent, is a federation of 50 states and was born in 1776 from a revolution. Known for its vast landscapes and cultural diversity, it stands as a beacon of democracy. As the world's largest economy, it leads in various sectors, including technology and healthcare. Guided by a constitution protecting citizens' rights, it navigates challenges like inequality and climate change. Despite these hurdles, the U.S. continues to wield significant global influence, shaping trends and policies worldwide. Now, let's dive right into the 10 biggest events that have defined American history, according to AI. Number 1. The signing of the Declaration of Independence. In the hot summer of 1776, delegates of the 13 British colonies in North America convened at the Pennsylvania State House, now Independence Hall, in Philadelphia to deliberate their response to escalating oppression by the British Crown. The result was the adoption of the Declaration of Independence, primarily written by Thomas Jefferson. The document eloquently and boldly declared their separation from British rule and made the case for the natural rights of man, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This event not only sparked the Revolutionary War but also established the ideological foundation upon which the nation was built. Number 2. The ratification of the U.S. Constitution. A few years after gaining independence, the United States faced challenges under the Articles of Confederation, which gave limited power to the central government. To remedy this, representatives convened at the Constitutional Convention in 1787. After intense debates and compromises, including those over representation and slavery, the U.S. Constitution was born. It was ratified in 1788 and went into effect in 1789. The Constitution established a strong central government with 3 branches, executive, legislative, judicial, and outlined the separation of powers and system of checks and balances, which are still fundamental aspects of American government and law. Number 3. The Louisiana Purchase. One of the largest land deals in history, the Louisiana Purchase involved the U.S. acquiring over 800,000 square miles of territory from France at a cost of about $15 million, approximately 3 cents per acre. The purchase, engineered by President Thomas Jefferson in 1803, doubled the size of the country and gave the U.S. control of the vital Mississippi River and the port city of New Orleans. The deal also set the stage for Lewis and Clark's famous expedition to explore the western portion of the continent. Number 4. The Civil War. The United States was bitterly divided in the mid-19th century over a range of issues, most notably slavery and states' rights. These tensions came to a head in 1861 when 11 Southern states seceded to form the Confederate States of America. The Northern Union, led by President Abraham Lincoln, fought to preserve the Union. After 4 brutal years of conflict, the North emerged victorious. The Civil War resulted in approximately 620,000 soldier deaths, ended slavery via the 13th Amendment, and forever transformed the political, racial, and cultural landscape of America. Number 5. Passage of the 19th Amendment. The struggle for women's suffrage was a decades-long battle waged by brave activists such as Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and later, Alice Paul. Despite facing mockery, harassment, and even jail time, these women and their allies campaigned tirelessly for women's right to vote. Their efforts culminated in the ratification of the 19th Amendment in 1920, which declared that the right to vote could not be denied on the basis of sex. This victory was a significant milestone in the quest for gender equality. Number 6. The Great Depression. The U.S. stock market crash of 1929 sent shockwaves around the globe and plunged the United States into a decade of economic hardship known as the Great Depression. During this period, unemployment soared, banks failed, and many Americans faced extreme poverty. President Franklin D. Roosevelt responded with the New Deal, a series of economic programs that expanded the role of the federal government in providing relief, recovery, and reform. The impact of the Great Depression reshaped American attitudes towards government and capitalism. Number 7. World War II. The attack on Pearl Harbor by Japanese forces on December 7, 1941, drew the United States into World War II, a conflict already raging across Europe and Asia. The U.S., as part of the Allied powers, fought against the Axis powers on multiple fronts. The war led to unprecedented industrial mobilization and scientific advancements, including the development of atomic weapons. The US's use of these weapons on Hiroshima and Nagasaki played a part in ending the war and marked the beginning of the nuclear age. The aftermath of the war saw the US emerge as a global superpower and ushered in a new era of international relations. Number 8. The Civil Rights Act of 1964. This act was a crowning achievement of the civil rights movement, which fought to end racial segregation and discrimination against African Americans. Championed by President Lyndon B. Johnson following President Kennedy's assassination, the act outlawed segregation in public places and prohibited racial, religious, sex, and national origin discrimination in employment practices. This landmark legislation paved the way for subsequent laws and reforms that further expanded civil rights and equality. Number 9. The Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was a protracted and highly controversial conflict that occurred from 1955 to 1975 that significantly divided American public opinion. The U.S., aiming to prevent a communist takeover of South Vietnam, found itself bogged down in a difficult guerrilla war. Protests against the war escalated in the U.S., leading to significant societal and cultural shifts. The war, which ended in a withdrawal of U.S. forces and a communist victory, left deep impacts on American foreign policy, society, and the military. Number 10. The September 11th terrorist attacks. On a clear Tuesday morning in September 2001, a series of coordinated suicide attacks by the Islamist extremist group Al-Qaeda killed nearly 3,000 people and caused irreversible trauma to the country. 2 of the planes were flown into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, causing them to collapse. Another hit the Pentagon, and the 4th plane, United Airlines Flight 93, crashed into a field in Pennsylvania after passengers attempted to overcome the hijackers. These attacks marked a turning point in U.S. history, leading to major changes in U.S. foreign and domestic policy and igniting the war on terror. As of 2023, the United States, a blend of diverse cultures across 50 states, remains a prominent global power. Known for technological innovation and its strong economy, the country also faces significant challenges. Political polarization is high, and inequality persists in various forms. Climate change prompts heated debates and policy discussions. The healthcare system grapples with accessibility and affordability issues. However, the spirit of entrepreneurialism thrives, producing advancements in AI, renewable energy, and space exploration. Sports, music, and Hollywood continue to shape global culture, while ongoing dialogue strives to address social issues and promote equality. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel so you can keep tabs on all the cool things we have planned in the future.